Welcome to Should I Be Buying That Yu-Gi-Oh card? Today we're going to be discussing some things that came off of the recent Forbidden and Limited list. I know we're a little bit late to this. Probably should have done this last week because a few people have already went, "Oh, I already bought that, Robbie. I wish you would have said something sooner." Sorry. Alright, so I finally just got around to getting to this point. So show some love on the video. Like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, that's as far as my brain cells will take me. Let's dig on into this, shall we? The first thing we're going to be talking about today is Harveys Feather Duster. So, the budget lightning storm, as like 3 people have called it, recently came off the list. Even though the card works without, you having to meet the requirements. But a few people have been like, price tag's ridiculous on this. Is it truly worth it? Now, I think in terms of metagame development, we will probably see this card in side decks. There's no reason that it won't see play in the sides. In the main deck, I don't think so. I question mark that statement there, because if we're truly going into a format where like you won't see a lot of back row and things like that besides Eldritch, they'll probably be siding this in some degree. I think like for a side card, much like Lightning Storm, honestly, yes and no. If you need it immediately and you can't wait for the reprint, then go for it. And you're like, wait a minute, reprint? They're reprinting Harveys Feather Storm or Feather Duster? Well, here's the thing. Alright. 95% of the time when Konami brings something back, they reprint it. Cyberstein. Good example. We have Gold Series around the corner. We can probably see this card being released in a gold rare. Easy peasy, right? And then to top things off, you also have Genesis Impactors over here, which we could see this card in a beautiful, beautiful collector's rare. Now, it'd be hilarious if they didn't print it in gold and they just dropped it in over here into your collector's rare slot. But based on everything, I do have a very strong feeling that if you be patient and wait a little while, the card's value will continue to recede. And you'll be able to get something a little bit more affordable than your $20 price tag at the moment. Especially if they reprint this, alright? So, it's time versus money. If you need it now, spend the $20 price tag. If you can wait a little bit, see if Gold Series will do you a nice little favor and reprint this card for you. Now, next up is the whole Phantom Knight package. Now, Rusties are currently $5. Fog Blades are $6, $7 for commons. You have Cloak. You also have Ragged Gloves. Alright, well, Robbie, should we be picking these up? Is it worth it at this point? Like, I don't have a large budget. I'm going to ask you this. If you plan on playing something related to Phantom Knights, if you're planning on picking up the support when it releases later on in the year, then yes, I would probably go ahead and get it. The long-term thing here is Rusties are $5 at the moment. I kind of draw the line at like a $20 card versus a $5 card. There's a highly big thing where, once again, same thing comes into play here. We could reprint this stuff in Gold Series, alright? Same thing is open here. If you don't want to spend $6, $7 on Fog Blades, you want to see if they're going to gold them, they can, alright? Gold Series opens up this huge door to things, alright? Konami's had enough time to design product in advance. They knew that they were going to be releasing this Phantom Knight support long ago. So when they were designing Gold Series, they're like, okay, so if we're going to bring Rusty back at this point, we can reprint Fogblade, Ancient Cloak, all this other cool stuff into Gold Series. That way it's more readily available to players. Because Konami definitely has shown us in the past that, hey, we will reprint something to push sales along with Phantom Rage. We want maximum value out of Phantom Rage. So Konami's going to go, okay, hey, we're going to go ahead and we're going to reprint these. So once again, I'm going to say the exact same thing that we said on the Feather Duster. Feather Duster. If you guys want to play it immediately, then go ahead and pick it up now. If you guys are on the fence, you're like, I want to wait a little bit, then go ahead and wait and see what gold will bring. Alright, it's as easy as that. Now, next up is the BA. Now, Burning Abyss goes hand in hand with PK Fire. Because it is PK Fire. Alright, so you have the whole Rusty engine over here, which extends out to these cool loops. And then you use the Burning Abyss engine as your rank 3 access through Cherubini and things like that. But Now the question I have to ask is, if you're looking at picking up Burning Abyss and the Phantom Knight stuff, and you're on a budget, I would recommend you go down the hundreds of other readily available decks to you guys over there in the corner. Outside of that, I almost wonder if they will reprint some of this Burning Abyss stuff. What is it? Dante's already got a gold rare printing, doesn't it? So to see it go double gold would be relatively interesting. It might not be up on the block. It's just this is kind of weird timing for that. Most of the BA stuff, I've seen some really, really, really high prices for some Burning Abyss cards. Some of them are a little bit more worth it. I would wait a little bit. It's not like there's events to make things go too high unless, you know, we have an LCS that'll just drive the market. But that'll be up for interpretation for another day. But I do think that if you really want to go down with this, I would say wait another week, kind of see where prices go. Make your decision then. On the PK side of things, though, like I said, be patient, alright? It's about time that we get another reprinting of Rusty. I mean, he's got one printing so far, right? So seeing him come out in Gold Series, seeing a lot of this other support stuff, it's right around the corner. I mean, hey, worst case, they don't reprint in gold. They make it an ultimate rare. Oh my god, could you think about that? OTS 14 predictions win. Ultimate Rusty. That would look so nice. So many players were be extremely mad about that. Now, next up, we have to ask ourselves, is Inferno worth picking up? You've got the need for double Power Tool Dragon, not being a once per turn. Peck did fantastic showcasing combos for the player base for this. You literally saw Power Tool Dragon getting bought out. Players know that the deck isn't dead at this point, but you have to ask yourself, smoke grenades have this unreal price. Alright, like, oh my god, you're looking at anywhere from $15 to $20 per smoke grenade. Some lists are playing 2, some lists are playing 1. So, it's not like you have to immediately spend a huge amount of money on this, but the entire deck is common, except, I mean, you have Charles and all them, which are very cheap. Your tuning options have been severely limited because of the list. At this point in time, you're just going to have to sit down and justify, do I want to buy a Holly Fibrax? Do I want to buy smoke grenades? Alright, everything else kind of just comes in between. And then it's like, alright, Power Tool Dragon. Is it worth it? Yes or no? Alright, and that's where we are right now. Do you want to spend the $20 on the Power Tools, the $20 on the smoke grenade? Do you want to pick up the whole common-ish core for the deck? Honestly, ask yourself that. I think that Inferno Knight's ceiling is very, very interesting. It's either very good or very low. You've got very good interrupting points on the deck. But as a budget-friendly deck, is it worth it? I mean, at points, yeah. It's just like the Holly Fibrax, the Power Tools, you know, the Smoke Grenade, you know, the intermediate stables, depending on what you want to play between the Gammas, the E-Telly, your engine, per se. It can get a little bit crazy, so is it worth it? I'm up in the air about that. And the last thing I want to talk about here, and this one is kind of an LOL one. It's Monarchs. Now, it's just a prank, bro, or pantheisms are very cheap. Alright, I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for saying this, but I think if you want to play a budget deck, Monarchs is your deck. Alright? Will you consistently win locals with Harveys, Feather Duster, Lightning Storms, Forbidden Droplets running around? No. No way. There's no way in hell you're going to be able to pull that off consecutively. Do you have a good deck that can get you in at budget level, start farming second, third place store credit, kind of start building something as a gateway deck? Yes, 100%. This deck is a very good segue into the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And honestly, you didn't hear this from me, but the deck is very easy to learn. Alright? It's almost like Monkey could do it. Okay, so simplicity, check. Budget friendly, check. Easy to manage resource-wise, check. Alright? These are all things that budget players need in their lives that are very affordable and really convenient as of this point. So yes, I would probably approach Monarchs as a budget-friendly deck. If you got some friends that want to play and just anger some people, Monarchs is the deck for you. So I'd go with that. So guys, those are, should we invest in these at this point in time? Please leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think about these. Well guys, I'm out. Peace. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCole40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCole40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcolegames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.